Hiya folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, last week you saw me elasticating this pole with one of these side puller kits, which you can see here. And previously I'd always used one of these end bungs, which again go in there. Now they work very well for me over the years, but they stick out the bottom, they add a bit of weight to the top kit, so I thought, well, let's go with what everybody else does and have a look at these side pullers. So today is all about seeing how these things work on the local pond. I'm fishing two swims at about 7 meters and 11 meters, but there will be a third one up by the end of the reeds there, sort of a bit of a banker bet for later on, hopefully for bigger fish, which will test this elastic. The elastic I'm using is a 14 to 16 solid, it's the midi version. And really it's perfect for this sort of water because, yes, all right, it's designed for bigger fish, but it will handle relatively small fish. And in this place you do get everything from quite small fish up to, last week I had a 10-pounder out. Now a 10-pounder is going to suit this one perfectly. It's really going to test it, and we're going to find out how good or how bad this side puller kit thing is. Rig wise, I'm using a 0.4 of a gram float. I've got 1, 2, 3 number 8 droppers, and I've also got a number 8 telltale shot just a couple of inches from the hook. And if you're not sure what that's for, I've done a video on that, so I'll put a pop-up in the top of the screen here and you can have a look at that later if you want to. But basically, when a fish lifts the bait, it lifts that and the float goes from there to there, so you can see very delicate bites. Seems to work pretty well on this pond, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use corn as bait, and I've also got some punch bread to use as an alternative, although last week it did seem that the bread got me more fish. So let's get cracking, shall we? Single piece of corn on the hook, small amount of bait, and let's get out there. I'm going to start on the shorter swim, see how things go, but I must admit I'm probably expecting to catch more on the 11 meter line. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Well, there we go, that's the first one. It's only a small one, so I don't think we're going to be testing the elastic on this. Let's see how we go. Not really much point in doing that, is there? Alright, let's get him in. Oh, I'll move the net, which wasn't very good. Right. There we go. That'll do though. It's a nice little fish. Hardly fought in reality, but there we go, and it swallowed it. Still, it's a good fish. Enjoyed catching that. Oops. And there we go. Nice one. Let's see if we can get some more. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. And it's another small one. Not going to test the elastic again, but got a bit pulling out the end. Oh, hum. I don't know, you come out, you try and do a video, and you end up catching fish which aren't stretching your elastic. Still, nice fish though, eh? And another small one. I'll get to try this elastic out yet. I wonder if it's because I'm fishing a bit closer in today than I normally do. Wouldn't have thought so, but I don't know. I mean, these are hardly pulling it out. That's what, a foot of elastic or something? And it's not even fighting, look. You try and come out and do a video. I don't know. Oh, Morris has got one as well. He's fighting it all in my swim, of course. Well, got a bit of an elastic stretcher going on. That's more like it. Pulling back. I just hope this one doesn't pull off. It's not really fighting hard, he's just pulling. Don't tell me he's an eel. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, I think he's a carp. He's off that way now. I'll try and keep him out of my swim. Strange fight. Okay, well we're down on the last two. And he's way out there, so I'm kind of just holding on to him, look. I think he's a decent fish. Could he be hooked in the tail? Not coming in like he normally does. He's way out there, look. Way out there and still going. I might need to put another on. Oh, I think he was in the tail. Just pulled out. What on earth have I got to do today to get a fish in? This time maybe? At least he's pulling the elastic out a bit. Oh, he's really going, isn't he? Going down to the edge now. Okay. Hopefully we've got the first run over with and we can get some control in a second. At least it's not one of the small ones. Right, this time then. Pulling back well. Okay, let's try this Puller Bung. Just holding it against the rod. It's not a huge fish. Come on, fish. There he comes down the edge. Got loads of fight in them. There we go. And it's gone back in nicely. Oh, quite impressed with that. Oh, it's actually quite a reasonable sized fish. Let's have a look. Try not to pull the microphone off me. Just throw that out there a minute. Well, first fish on the Puller Bung, can't be all bad. It's not massive, maybe 5 pounds or so, but yeah, not bad at all. Let's see if we can get another one. Something going on there, bit of a bob or a run. Yeah, we'll hit that, that'll do. Another one of those smaller fish. Still, I know I'm not using the elastic all that much for the puller for the video, but even so, certainly enjoying myself. This one's not big enough to pull more than that, what, 60 centimetres, 2 or 3 feet out. But very welcome. Still got my bread on there, look. Well, can't complain, guys, can I? Okay, well, we've got one that's pulling back a bit now, so see how we go with it. Put this down the edge. Decent fish, pulling a bit of the old elastic out. I've just taken my mic off as well, so let's see if we can do something with that so you can hear me. Whoops, okay. Let's see how we go with this. One good thing with this is that you don't have the bit sticking out the end like you do with the old Puller Bung. It's up here, so you can use your body to give you a bit of leverage. So I do like that part of it. Let's see how we go with getting them in. 1, 2. I think that should be about enough. Well, so far so good. Come on, fish. They certainly don't want to give up, do they? Not huge, but he'll certainly pull the old elastic. Yeah, just let it go, and we're in. We cracked it. So. And it's just in the corner of his mouth. Put that out of the way a minute. Lovely chunky little fish. Not the big ones like you get on the river, but not bad at all. Yeah. Oh, he's gone for the middle. See if it slow him down a bit. Okay, he's starting to come back a little bit now. Took off well, didn't he? Always like catching fish in the edge. Always good fish. There he is. I'd have to say so far I'm fairly impressed with this. Nice and easy. Means I can rest the pole butt section into my stomach. Saves on the wrist and the arm. And yeah, a little bit more lightweight. And oh, don't stab at it, Dennis. There we go. Okay, let it go. It goes in quite nicely. And at least I've had a few that have pulled the elastic out enough to use it. And again, that's a good fish. Probably about £5 or so, but not bad, eh? And even Morris has got one on. Yeah. Off out to the middle again. I don't think he's as big as the one I had last week, but he's a nice little fish. Keeps going for the middle. Oh, 2 pulls seems to be what is required. Remember, I'm using solid elastic, not the hollow stuff, which tends to stretch further, which is why the likes of Jamie Hughes always says it's 3 pulls. But then I think he uses slick elastic, which I haven't tried, and I must give it a go at some point. Must be about ready by now. There we go this time. Nope, doesn't want to know yet. It's alright fish, you can give up now. Okay, this time for definite, that'll do. Yes. Well, yeah, I'm definitely liking this new side puller, and I'm glad I put it on. Yeah, another sort of £4 or £5, I suppose. the problem with being left-handed. Going down to the left isn't as easy as going down to the right. Unfortunately, Mozza's down to the right. Still, not to worry, eh? Ooh, missed it. Oh well, you can't have them all, can you? Okay, one more go, then it's time to go home. And yes, I am going home this time. Yeah, and again, much slower this time. Well, initially anyway. Or maybe it's just not as big. Yeah, it's not as big, this one, but enjoyable nevertheless. Let's give him maybe one pull, I think. Yeah, had a few now on the old puller. Nice one. So there we go then, folks. That's it for another one. Did I enjoy it? Oh, definitely, yeah. Did the puller kit work, the side puller? Yeah, definitely. I'm certainly happy with the way it's performed. I want to actually next try it with some hollow elastic as compared to the solid, and see how that works out. But I'd have to say, apart from those few mishaps in the early stages where I was pulling out of fish and just catching small fish, yeah, these last few fish have been enough to give it a good pull, and it definitely works. And I would definitely recommend this this particular bung, but there's all sorts of other ones which are very similar. If you haven't already seen me elasticating my poles last week, I'll put a little pop-up up above me, so you can click on that if you want to and watch how I did it. There are obviously other YouTube videos out there showing you how to do different bungs. The one I used was the MAP one, and yeah, seemed to be happy with that. So on that note, I think time to love you and leave you. And if you enjoyed it, please feel free to click the like button. If you want to subscribe, you can do that too. And until the next time, bye for now.